Hello everybody and welcome to the next game of the Delota Dota 2 Amateur Tournament. I'm Just Delicious and with me today is absolutely no one. Vague is not here, so I'm casting on my own. That's pretty sad. But today we do have Pussy Patrol versus Oh God Why, and this is a second round match. They still haven't played yet. I believe it's a second round match. Maybe it's a third round match. I can't remember. You'd have to check on the title of this YouTube video if you are watching on YouTube. But we have seen Oh God Why play before, and they played quite well. Both these teams actually played quite well in the games that we have seen them play, so this should be an interesting match. I do expect them, they do know what they're doing banning wise, so I do expect the normal bans to come out, the Bat Riders and the Magnuses and the Dark Seers, etc. So we're basically the first bans are pretty elementary in this version, so I wouldn't expect anything too strange to get banned out right now. Although saying that, Oh God Why are taking their time.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, and a quick note. I didn't actually forgot to say this, but the game earlier between RIP and Invaders was postponed, and it will be hopefully be played later today or maybe tomorrow, hopefully, depending on whether I can get the two teams to reorganise and play soon. But actually, we say the standard bans, but odd bans coming out from Oh God Why. Actually, they prefer to ban out the Invoker and the Lifestealer, so they really don't like Invoker, which is a bit of an odd ban. Invoker's not really played very much at the moment at all, but the Lifestealer is played quite a lot as the carry because he is absolutely insane. So banning him out does make a lot of sense. And now I'd expect them to pick up either Magnus or Bat Riders, the two strongest heroes left in the pool after Pussy Patrol did ban out the Nyx Assassin and the Undying. So yeah, we still have a few really strong heroes, and I think just looking at the bans at the moment, I think Pussy Patrol have actually got the upper hand on this. Because Keeper of the Light is still there, plus one of the really good mid heroes, the Magnus or Bat Rider, and whichever one Oh God Why picks up, they're just going to pick up the other one and then go straight for Keeper, more than likely. And Keeper's so good in this version, you really can't give him away. And it looks like Oh God Why have just given him away right now, but they obviously have a plan, and their plan is to go for Rubik first pick. So maybe they're just don't like Magnus or Bat Rider. Maybe they're completely forsaking them for a Rubik instead, which under some circumstances is fine. His null field is absolutely amazing against any sort of magical damage, so it makes a lot of sense that they did decide to pick him. But this early, when Magnus and Bat Rider are still in the pool, may have been a little bit odd. But sometimes they just prefer certain heroes, and Oh God Why obviously prefer Rubik. So Darkseer getting picked up by Pussy Patrol and Magnus. So there we go, they're picking up the two heroes that are really good. It does give Oh God Why Keeper of the Light if they want to pick up Keeper of the Light now. Who's really good with telekinesis, should we add. But yeah, giving away Darkseer and Magnus, that's very strange, and also it doesn't seem like it's going to work in Oh God Why's favour. Magnus is just so powerful in this version. He almost never loses a game. His skewer is amazing for getting away and for initiating. His reverse polarities is obviously absolutely insane. As soon as you get him a blink dagger, you can really just completely destroy the other team. So Oh God Why picking up the Queen of Pain, probably to go against the Magnus in mid. That would make sense. Queen of Pain is quite good at harassing Magnus. And even though he can skewer to get away, her Shadow Strike is particularly good against him, and it stays for a long time. And the Sanking getting picked up. So they rather have a Sanking than a Keeper of the Light on their supports. So Sanking and Rubik look like they're going to be the two tri-lane supports, which is a little bit odd with the Queen of Pain in the mid. We've seen Sanking get played a few times actually so far, and he's been pretty effective. I mean, I can't remember the team that actually picked him. I believe it may have been Jambo that picked him up, but they did play him very well, and he worked to do exactly what they wanted to do. He completely shut down a Brewmaster in mid, and he really did own that lane. And Pussy Patrol picking up the Jakiro. So Shadow Demon and Keeper of the Light, possibly the two strongest support heroes in this version, have both come through the first ban and picking stage, and that really surprises me. Although Oh God Why I've decided to ban out the Tidehunter, so they obviously don't like him. And Pussy Patrol doing the obvious thing and banning out that Phantom Lance. That Phantom Lance in this version is absolutely insane. He's easily the best carry in the game right now. You just get him a diffuser blade and he absolutely destroys. I mean, it's almost impossible to beat a team with Phantom Lancer. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense to ban him out. Void also getting banned out by PPA, so they really want to get rid of the carries in this second ban, which makes a lot of sense because even though they have second pick, they're probably still going to be looking to pick up maybe like maybe a Luna or something to really help with that Magnus, or even a Sven. A Sven would be very good. Enigma getting banned out by Oh God Why, so they don't like that big team fight. They're going with the Tide Hunter and the Enigma. Obviously Enigma very very good tri-lane support, could go with that Chikiro. His Malefice is very good and he can always just go into the jungle if he needs to, which is always a pain because it's very difficult to gank him. Shadow Fiend getting banned out as well, so they don't like him as a carry, but there's reasons why they might not like him as a carry. And Bounty Hunter also getting banned out. Bounty Hunter really good ban because he's good against Darkseer on the off lane, and he can just sit there and sap experience, and Darkseer can pretty much do nothing about it. And yeah, he's one of the strongest off lanes in the game right now. His track is still obviously very very good, even though it doesn't give the reduced armor like it used to. It is still an insane spell. So nice ban by Pussy Patrol to get rid of that. And now Oh Good Why just thinking about their next pick, and they really do have to make this pick count because Shadow Demon and Keeper of the Light still in the pool, but they've already really locked out their tri-lane supports, so they really are thinking of what carry to pick up. And if they don't choose the right one, you've got to feel that Pussy Patrol are going to really capitalise carry-wise and pick up a Sven or a Luna and really, really do very, very well in this game with the Magnus and the Jakiro for the lockdown, and with a Darkseer as well. You can't forget that that vacuum, horrendously annoying when you have a Sven. So we just wondering what Oh God Why are actually going to pick up, but Anti-Mage will be the carry that they choose. So they really like the farm potential of Anti-Mage. He's good against Jakiro as well if he can get a good blink on him. He can really destroy Jakiro in a few seconds, and he's okay against Magnus. He can drain Magnus's pool, but the reverse polarity against Anti-Mage is very, very strong. You need those hard disables against Anti-Mage, and a 3-second hard disable is disgusting. And there is the Luna from Pussy Patrol, so they don't like the Sven. They'd rather go for the Luna. Makes a lot of sense. Luna good, very, very good right now, and her Eclipse is absolutely disgusting. And if you can get a good reverse polarity with Magnus, the Eclipse can absolutely destroy them. So Pussy Patrol, nice pick up there, but Anti-Mage you got to feel maybe a little bit lacking. I mean, they do have a lot of hard disables, Pussy Patrol, so if they can catch him out, he's going to die very, very fast. Although his spell resistance plus Rubik's Null Field does make him pretty survivable against like Luna's ulti or Jakiro's Macro Pyre. So I can understand why they've picked it up. There's a lot of magic damage coming out from Pussy Patrol, and the Anti-Mage really does help against that, especially with a Rubik. So you can really expect this Anti-Mage to be very, very survivable from the early levels of the game. Unlike Luna, who is very, very easy to kill. Not a lot of HP, not a lot of armor. Doesn't really... She has a very, very high move speed, but if you can stun her, she's pretty much dead, especially seeing that they have a Queen of Pain. So the Anti-Mage was quite nice. Luna, obviously, as we've said, is very, very good as well. But you've really got to feel that, yeah, there's the offlaner coming out from Oh God Why. It's going to be Clinks. So Clinks will be against the Darkseer and Keeper of the Light last pick. So we finally see Keeper of the Light getting picked up. Possibly the strongest support hero in the game finally gets picked up by someone. It's going to be last pick by Pussy Patrol. And it's a very, very odd draft by both teams, but you have to feel that Pussy Patrol, just on the surface, do have a stronger team. But if Oh God Why do play it right, there's absolutely no reason why they can't win this game. I mean, they just have to play around the Magnus, and they can really shut off a lot of Pussy Patrol's teams. So we're just gonna I'll just run through the Radiant very, very quickly. We have someone from IN Gaming. So Matty Benny will be on the Keeper of the Light. We have Revolution, who will be taking up the Magnus. Ninja, their stand-in, will be on the Jakiro. Another stand-in, Dux, will be on the Darkseer, and Let's Go Tomato Fight will be on the Luna. Flicking over to the Dire, we have Lex, who will be on the Queen of Pain. We have Malloy on the Anti-Mage. Wasting our time will be on the Sand Oh God Why, the namesake of the team, will be on the Rubik, and I Need Money will be on the Clinks. Almost certainly going to be going onto that off lane. He's picked up quite a lot of regen already, as you can see, and it's going to be interesting to see who wins mid between a Magnus and a Queen of Pain. You have to feel that On the surface of it, Magnus probably does have a little bit of a better mid than Queen of Pain, just because his harass is so much stronger against Queen of Pain, who is very, very weak. If he can get 1 or 2 shockwaves off, she's really going to feel it from very, very hard, especially from in the early levels before she gets any real items. Anti-Mage has actually gone for the Quelling Blade, Stout Shield, and Tango's build, so he's already gone for as many last hits as he can while being a little bit survivable, but he's lacking regen. So I can if Pussy Patrol could get a good initiation on the Anti-Mage, they're really going to harass him down as much as they can, and really make him pay for the fact that he doesn't have a lot of regen. So we're just going to see how the lanes work out, but I expect they're going to work out as we have said, with I Need Money probably just going bottom solo, while Malloy wasting our time, and Oh God Why will probably be going top. No, they've actually decided to do it the other way, so they're going to run I Run Money on the easy lane. Lex will almost certainly be going mid, there's no doubt about that. Dux will be on the easy lane for the Radiant, so he'll be coming up against the I Need Money, and down we're going to have a tri-lane versus a tri-lane, and I absolutely love seeing tri-lanes v tri-lanes. We see them quite often, but they're so good. Apparently there's something going on, so
30 seconds to battle.
I'll just let this guy know that. Oh, okay, he's okay. That's fine. Basically, this guy wanted to watch, but he doesn't want to. But oh, he's okay. He's just realised that he's got a few of his friends on there, so he's going to step out.
The battle begins.
So he's just calling good luck after, and he's going to be going. But yeah, we can see warding already going on from Oh God Why, and I don't think, yeah, they do have wards up for Pussy Patrol as well, but no sentries bought at the beginning of the game, which is a little bit odd. Normally you see sentries just to try and de-ward your opponent, because it does make a massive difference. And contrasting styles in mid, we see Queen of Pain really having to pick up 2 mantles for the last hit power against his Magnus. She's only just got better last hit than him now with those 2 mantles, but he's just going straight for a bottle, so he'll be rushing a bottle as fast as he can. But we have to keep an eye on this tri-lane. This tri-lane is going to be so good to watch. It's really going to be interesting to see who can get a lot of farm. We're just going to forget last hits and denies. We can see that Luna already taking quite a big lead above everybody, above this Anti-Mage, whose Anti-Mage has got absolutely nothing actually so far. He can't even get near the creeps unless he just dies. So Anti-Mage really not having a very nice time. He finally picks up a last hit, but Luna's already on 4. Over on this off lane, you can see that the I Need Money is really having quite a nice time against Dux, as you would expect. He's denying when he needs to. He's taking all the last hits, and I Need Dux can really get nothing on that lane. I'm just going to check what they've all actually skilled into. So it looks like they've all skilled into what you would expect. All the stuns coming out, the Sanking stun, the telekinesis, and the blink from Anti-Mage. And Sanking is getting a little bit frisky there with the Luna actually getting right up in her face. But yeah, this tri-lane is going to be very interesting to watch and see what actually happens, because if you get a good initiation from Sanking, you can really kill, especially Jakiro, very fast. And he's not actually just going to go for it, he's just going to right-click him and walk off. But they really need this Anti-Mage to get farm, because if an Anti-Mage doesn't get farm, he does absolutely nothing in the game. He's a hero that snowballs extremely fast, but only if he can get that early game farm. And if he doesn't get any early game farm, he can really be in a lot of trouble. Looking back to mid, as we said, the Magnus is going to be having quite a nice time. But actually, Queen of Pain looks like she's doing okay. He's missed one or 2 shockwaves, and that's kind of hurt him a little bit at the beginning, especially mana-wise. He will probably just keep spamming that. He does have his bottle now, and nice pulling actually coming on from Keeper of the Light. So this is why it's always better to be on a defensive tri-lane, because you can pull. Although he didn't stack it, so it looks like they might actually have a little bit of a push. They've got a double range creep, and they're underneath the tower, so this could actually work out slightly badly for them. But either way, you can pull this lane, and it makes it so much easier being on a tri-lane than if you're going aggressive, because you just don't have a real chance to pull the lane unless you're on this dire side, because you can pull through this jungle and out onto the lane to get rid of any creeps if you need to, even if you're aggressive. So yeah, it's going to be a really, really tough tri-lane for Oh God Why, especially down here against quite a strong tri-lane coming up from PPA. Although we haven't really seen any Keeper of the Light Illuminate spam come out quite yet. So it's going to be interesting if we actually see that. Although here comes the initiation on Ninja, although Anti-Mage just blinked out, so there's no way he's going to be able to get there. And Oh God Why is not on a lot of HP. One right click will probably take him out. They can't see the Sand King, and up comes the... Are they going to get... No. Okay. The Ice Path just came off cooldown as he started to move out of the out of his sandstorm. So nice play by Sand King, but Malloy blinked out of that as they wanted to go in. The Sand King threw up the stun. Keeper using the Q, and look at that harass. It's taken Oh God Why and waste my time. His HP right down. Although Anti-Mage gets the first blood, blinking on the Jakiro, not on a lot of HP. One right click in the tower actually gets it. So first blood goes to Malloy, and that's going to help him a lot on this this lane. It can get him his Ring of Health if he wants it. And that Keeper is really going to have a lovely time on this lane. Spamming it's going to be a massive problem for Oh God Why, especially as the game goes on. It doesn't look like Malloy is actually going to buy his Ring of Health, so he might actually. Yeah, he's going now. So that does make... He's going to be picking up a Ring of Health now, and that's going to make him a lot more survivable. You can imagine he's either going to be going Battle Fury or Vanguard. More than likely, he will be going for a Vanguard, actually, because he's actually picked up the Stout Shield, so he could be going straight for that Vanguard. Lex actually gets a double damage, so we could see a gank come on. The pings are coming out on bottom. They really want to go for it. They have a ward up, so they know exactly where they are. Are they going to go for another fight? The pings are coming out. It looks like Sand King's actually coming into the water now, but they do have a ward, so they're not going to be able to get him. Or are they? Sand King actually is going to catch Ninja out pretty horribly. He went for the Ice Path, but he completely misses. There's the telekinesis. Can they take him out? Malloy round the back does get the kill, or Lex actually managed to get the kill, but Malloy blinking around the back, and we said that's the good thing. Anti-Mage versus Jakiro, he can really dodge those Ice Paths very, very well. As soon as he sees the animation, he can just blink behind Jakiro, and there's no way Jakiro is going to be able to get away. So nice ganking there from Lex. Although we actually see Magnus waiting in the water. Is he going to be coming for it? It doesn't look like he is. He has to just back out of here, surely. Sand King doesn't have enough mana for the stun, so there's no way that they're going to be able to kill the Magnus. Unless he messes up something pretty horribly. They're still hanging around at the bottom. Anti-Mage is still is farming okay. Well, he's sitting at 7 last hits. That's absolutely nothing when you compare it to the Luna, who's sitting at 23. But they might have caught out this Magnus. A Q from Queen of Pain might get him. He does have the Stampede if he wants to use it. The Skewer even. He does actually manage to get away. Once again, Sand King still not on enough HP. Mana, sorry. He doesn't have enough mana for that stun, and that's really hurting them on this tri-lane. So now we actually see 4v4. Queen of Pain now just goes back up. She doesn't want anything more to do with that mid now that Magnus is down there, which is a pretty good choice. But they really need to try and get this Anti-Mage more farm, because even though he's got a kill and an assist, he's still probably sitting behind on net worth from this Luna. He probably is actually. Luna's just having something sent to her. What is it? It's a Claymore, so she's going straight for maybe she might be... Oh, round the back, though. They're going to gank Magnus. He has the skewer up if he can actually use it. He can't actually get it away. Is the Anti-Mage going to be able to get him? He doesn't have Blink up quite yet. He has Blink up now, but he does get taken out by the Queen of Pain Q. And the rest of the team just back off. Luna hanging around, but she can do pretty much nothing. And a really nice play again by Pussy Patrol to pick up another kill. And they take a very, very early lead. And Magnus, still not level 6, cannot do anything right now. And we can see Oh God Why just kind of camping behind the tower. But coming back to what we were saying, this Luna is doing so much better than Anti-Mage on farm, net worth wise at least. I mean, she's only sitting on 916 there, but she does have an entire broadsword waiting for us. So yeah, that would be why it looks a little bit skewed up. So Keeper of the Light doing quite a good job. He's just hanging around. He's got his Illuminate and his Chakra Magic up. He hasn't actually really used his Man Leak yet, but he's spec'd once into it just in case. Darkseer hanging around the back. They have a ward up though, so they can see him and they'll know that the gank is coming, and they're not going to let him ruin their day. So they're just going to back off if it comes to it. 4 of them actually hanging around at bottom though. Pretty much the entirety of Pussy Patrol hanging around. They don't know that they can see them. They have a ward up, but they don't have a clue. They haven't bought sentries, so they can't spot this one observer ward, which is really ruining their ganking. although it's just about to go down. It's about to fall in about 30 seconds, so as soon as that's fallen, there will be absolutely no sight for Oh God Why, and you have to feel that Pussy Patrol will then be able to start ganking a lot better than they are at the moment. They just cannot do anything against this tri-lane just because of that one really well placed ward. The ward has now dropped, so maybe as soon as PPA actually realise that it's dropped, they're going to be going for it. Queen of Pain picks up a regeneration and actually just regens back up. Magnus finally has reverse polarity, so if he can bottle up and get to full HP, he can really do a lot of damage in this team fight just by skewering in and using that reverse polarity. He doesn't quite have mana for both, but if he uses that bottle, he will have. And it looks like the fight is going to start around the tower. Magnus going around the back, although Queen of Pain just blinks straight in, gets caught out by the Jakiro Ice Path. Nice Ice Path by him. Wasting our time is there. They do actually manage to pick up the Queen of Pain. The reverse polarity actually only hits one. The anti-mage blinked out at perfect time. The reverse polarity does get the kill. Are they going to be able to kill at Malloy? No, they're almost certainly not. The Chikiro Ice Path was placed there just in case the anti-mage decided to blink. But Magnus gets the courier, and that's pretty important. And now you can see Luna. When you look at her net worth, she's sitting nearly 1,000 net worth ahead of anti-mage already. That's really not where you want to be if you're this anti-mage. You need to get that early farm and snowball. He's got his Vanguard now, but it's almost nothing, although they catch out Luna. Are they going to be able to get a no? A nice Ice Path by Chikiro actually manages to save her life. Sanking could not go into that. Queen of Pain is here as well, so they might be looking to try and come again and maybe get some ganks. They know Magnus doesn't have his reverse polarity up yet, so if they're going to do it, they're going to do it now. And Lex jumps straight in, but they decided not to go for it. She jumped in. A Shadow Strike was enough for Lex, and they decided to back out. But Luna is really having a very nice time, and that Claymore really just showing maybe she's going straight for a Shadow Blade. Maybe she's completely forsaking boots in order to pick up the Shadow Blade as soon as possible to make her more survivable. It does look like the way she's going, almost certainly. So a bit of an odd choice, because I mean, if Oh God Why decide to get a gem, the Shadow Blade is going to be almost completely useless, and you may as well have just got them boots. It'll be cheaper and much more cost effective for you. So maybe a little bit of an odd choice. We'll have to see how it actually works out, but she's really not far away from a Shadow Blade. She wants to pick it up. She's about 150 away, which is not a lot at all. Does Magnus have his reverse polarity up yet? He has it in 20 seconds, so he's going to be, as soon as he's ready to roam, he's going to be roaming around. He's going to be trying getting as many kills as he can. But Malloy in mid, still farming up as much as he can, sitting on 3k gold, second only to the Luna. He's bought his Gloves of Haste, so he's now going for boots once he's got his Vanguard. We see a Magnus illusion just patrolling down to bottom. They know that's an illusion immediately though, because it's auto-attacking a creep. So they know where the real Magnus is. They know he's in mid. Malloy's just still farming up. He really needs to try and get up as much as he can. He needs to get that farm very early. Although Ducks just getting a little bit aggressive against Malloy. I mean, Malloy could really take him out very easily. I mean, Dux does not have a very large HP pool, and a few right clicks from Malloy and then the ulti could actually get the kill. But maybe they're hanging around. Maybe they actually want to take out Malloy before he can get his boots. He has his Gloves of Haste waiting, but there's no courier there, so there's no way going to be able to get him. He has reverse polarity. Magnus, if he wants to go for it, he's just going to shockwave him and walk away, and Malloy gets away with it a little bit. Magnus was really looking for that reverse polarity, and if he'd gone for it, they probably would have quite easily gotten the kill. But they've swapped Queen of Pain and Anti-Mage. They really need one Anti-Mage to get those levels up as much as possible, and they feel that he can farm easier in mid, which is probably the right call against Magnus than if he was on this tri-lane at bottom, where he really can't farm at all. And someone we've pretty much neglected this entire game because we haven't seen him is Clinks, who's now sitting on 3.3k net worth, so he's really doing very well. The courier is back up for them now, but he's already got a quarterstaff and a robe, and he's looking towards making that. He's going to be getting a Sage's Mask now, I would have thought, and he's going to be looking towards making that Orchid as soon as possible. He's going to have it very soon. Anti-Mage picks up the invisibility, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem if they actually decide to use it. The Leshrac, the Jakiro tried the Ice Path, but it really did absolutely nothing. As 4 of them sat at bottom, while 3 of Oh God Why tried to defend. They could quite easily defend this. I mean, they have so much anti-push. They have that Rubik. They have a Queen of Pain to spam her Scream, and they have the Sanking. Not only with the Q, but also with the Sandstorm that does do quite a lot of damage, 40 damage a second, so that's quite a lot. It's nothing to be laughed at, especially if you're standing in it the entire time. Anti-Mage is still just standing in the middle though. He's content with farming while they try to defend this bottom tower. It looks like they might be able to defend it, although the Darkseid Iron Shell is really proving to be a massive problem, as is the Keeper Illuminate. They're not going to go for it. They're just content on taking this tower. They are going to take this tower. Keeper gets the last hit, but it's still a tower nonetheless. Malloy now backs off. I wonder why he's backing off. Oh, I think he has boots coming to him. He almost has full boots coming to him. So, but Clinks is still doing much better than Anti-Mage, even though he's been solo this entire game. Duck's trying to chase him down now, but yeah, he just uses that skeleton walk and just walks away, and there's no way Dux is going to be able to get him. So Clinks is level 10. If Clinks wanted to start roaming, he could really get some kills very easily, especially against like Chikiro or maybe this Darkseid. As soon as he has an Orchid, before he has an Orchid, you have to feel that Darkseid is a little bit out of his range with that Surge. So he could really get a kill on maybe Chikiro if he went for it. The Strafe and the Fire Arrows do a lot of damage, and if he just pops the Strafe, he could kill Chikiro before he can even get an Ice Path off. So if he really wanted to go for it, it's definitely on the cards. And then PPA have really got to do something about this Clinks, because they can't leave him farming that long. Because if he gets an Orchid, soon, he's going to be in a lot of trouble with that silence, because they really do rely on this Magnus to use his ultimate, and they really do rely on Luna to use her ultimate. I mean, she's a good right-click hero, but only when the game goes on longer. So if they can get a very early Orchid, there could be a pretty massive problems for Pussy Patrol. They really have to try and do something about it. You've got to feel they can't just leave them to take this Clinks to take towers like he is. Using that Strafe, it looks like he's actually just going to take this tower down himself. He is going to take this tower down himself, although cheeky Siege Creep does get the last hit. There's nothing much he could really have done about that, but yeah, they can't just leave him to free farm. He's almost got two Oblivion Staffs up, 2/3 of his Orchid, and he's going to have it in a few minutes if he carries on farming as much as he is. So you've got to feel they've got to try and gank him, but they don't really have anything to gank him with. They need to get dust. The pings have finally come out. They finally recognise that this Clinks really does have to die, because he's getting very farmed. He's doing a very good job. And one more hit, one more creep, and he'll almost have that second Oblivion Staff. So he's going to be looking to pick that up very soon. But while they deal with that Clinks, Anti-Mage has just been free farming the whole game. He's tried to go for Luna, but she pops that Shadow Blade, and that's probably why she went for it as soon as possible. She's going to be coming out of Shadow Blade pretty soon, actually. If she doesn't get away, then Malloy could just blink on her and kill her. It doesn't look like Malloy can actually see her, so he's actually just gone try and find her underneath, but she's definitely not there. She's right above you. And Dux is here. Maybe they're actually going to try and go for it. No, he's blinked straight onto Tomato Fight. Is he going to be able to get her? It doesn't look like he is. She doesn't have enough for the stun. A few more prods will get the kill. Nice blink away by Anti-Mage. Actually manages to save his own life. He's on 50 HP. But let's go Tomato Fight, only on 100. Nice play by the Darkseid to back her up, because she was almost certainly just going to straight up die. Clinks on this Chikiro, like we were saying. Clinks is going to have a lovely time on him. A few more right clicks will almost certainly get the kill. Is he going to be able to get it? One more right click, there it is. And Chikiro does die to the Clinks. So Clinks has his 2 Oblivion Staffs and is only about 300 away from his Orchid now. And as soon as he gets that, big problems for Pussy Patrol. Especially Magnus. If you can get rid of that Magnus's reverse polarity, what can a Magnus really do? I mean, he's only really good for that initiation, and Clinks can really shut him down before a fight starts by getting in there with that Orchid, silencing him, and then all of Oh God Why just jumping in straight away with their huge mobility with the Queen of Pain, the Sand King, and the Anti-Mage. You can just go straight in there almost instantaneously. Luna just hanging around, but she's almost certainly just got to let this tower go. They were thinking about blinking in. The Magnus is here. He does have his reverse polarity up if he wants to do it. The Luna pops the ulti. Is he going to use it? It doesn't look like he is, and Clinks actually just manages to get the kill. Is he going to Shadow Walk away? He does Shadow Walk away, and he does get away. Lex is almost certainly going to die. Lex does die. Let's Go Tomato Fight actually manages to survive, and a 3-for-1 for Pussy Patrol. That's exactly what they needed to do. They didn't get the Clinks, but that doesn't really matter. They managed to get the Sand King, the Queen of Pain, and the Rubik. So nice pickups by them, and Luna just getting more and more farm. She's actually second on net worth now to the Clinks. The Clinks is doing very well for himself after picking up a few towers, and Luna could easily get her boots now if she wanted to. She has easily enough money, but she just doesn't feel like she needs to right now. Oh god, why? What does he steal? He does steal the Lucent Beam. So not quite clips, but a good steal nonetheless. He's just going to spam it on Luna and try and harass her out. Although here's Lex. If Lex even gets a sniff of this Luna, he's just going to blink straight on and kill her. But Luna, as soon as the TP came in, just backed straight back off. Jakiro right in there, tries to use his Q, gets absolutely nothing. Is he going to get caught out? Ninja gets stunned by the Sanking. But Magnus around the back still has reverse polarity up, so they don't want to go for it. They just back off. A lot of harassment is enough. Magnus pops the regen rune, goes all the way back up to full HP and mana, which is good for him. And the fight continues in mid, the power struggle, but what are they going to do against this anti-mage? They're doing absolutely nothing to stop him farming, and he's almost got his Yasha. He only needs like 700 more gold to finish his Yasha, and as soon as he's finished his Yasha, he's really going to be a pretty powerful hero in this battle, especially this early. And you said that he can snowball out of control, but looking back in mid, it actually looks like Keeper of the Light manages to get the kill. They pop the dust and they pick up Lex. Lex was not expecting to have a dust, but they popped it to try and get the Clinks. The Clinks actually manages to dodge it. He has his Orchid now, so yeah, a 2-for-1 again for Pussy Patrol, and getting caught out. Oh god, why? Pretty horribly in some bad positions, and that's really costing them so far. But it's a really tight match, and you can't give it either way right now because they're both playing very well. This Luna is sitting on huge net worth, 6.1k, but you can never count out an anti-mage and a Clinks, especially with that ability to just pop the Orchid, and then anti-mage can get a few cheeky kills and can really shoot up in the rankings, because as we know, he's very good for that, and he actually had a Blade of Alacrity being sent to him, and he can finish his Yasha now. If he wants to finish his Yasha and then go for his Manta Style, he can actually do it right now. We're going to have to flick back in mid though, because it looks like they might be pushing a tower, but the initiation coming out from Oh God Why, nice play on the back of it actually by the Chikiro, managing to get that. The reverse polarity catches free, and he doesn't have to skewer up. He doesn't have that up either. Nice play by I Need Money around the back. They pop the dust. Are they going to be able to get him? It doesn't look like they are, but I Need Money actually saved that. Save that pretty horrible fight for Oh God Why just by killing the Magnus. He popped the Orchid. It was way too late. The Magnus had already used his reverse polarity, and he managed to get the kill, but catching 3 in that reverse polarity, and they all just melted so fast because of the amount of burst damage that can come out from Pussy Patrol, especially with this Keeper of the Light, with the Magnus and with the Darkseer. They died so fast. It was really nothing they could do about it. Chikiro now has his mana boots, pops them straight away just to get some quick little burst of mana. And we see I Need Money now just hanging around in the jungle, just getting as much farm as he needs. I think he's looking for a good creep to eat, and he's found a troll, so that's going to really help him gank if he wants to munch on that. It looks like he probably will. Yeah, there he goes. So he now has a lot of HP and a lot of damage. He's going bottom. They're going to try and take out Ducks on the stand, and are they going to be able to get him? If he pops the Orchid, they almost certainly are. He doesn't have Surge up. There's the Orchid, and Clinks gets another kill. Very nice play by Clinks. Now 4-0-0 and takes another tower, and his net worth is miles ahead of everyone else now. Apart from the Luna, he's miles ahead of everyone else. Sorry, he's only about 300 ahead of the Luna, but aside from that, Pussy Patrol are really bringing nothing to the table, and Malloy is getting very farmed. He's got his Yasha now. He's going to probably be looking towards his Ultimate Orb and trying to build that Manta Style as soon as he can. As soon as he gets that Manta Style, he's going to be absolutely destructive in a team fight, being able to take out the mana of all 3 supports at the same time if he can micro well. So it's going to be really interesting to see if they can actually gank this anti-mage, if they even try to gank this anti-mage. They're coming down, but it's not going to be enough. Mallow can just walk and blink away if need be, but they really have to rely on this Magnus to get a good initiation to be able to kill him. They're going to catch Keeper of the Light out the back. Is he going to use his ulti and Blinding Light them? No, now he can't, because now he's actually been silenced by the Clinks. Is the Burn Orchid going to get him? Yes, it does. Anti-Mage actually manages to get him in the end. Nice play by Magnus. The reverse polarity caught them both, but there wasn't enough damage on the back of it. Anti-Mage manages to get away. They get the Clinks, but they really need to start getting this Anti-Mage. Lex just blinks in, a little bit wild, but the Sanking's there with the ultimate. Is it going to be able to get anyone? It looks like he's just caught the Magnus on the end, but the Magnus isn't going to die from it, and Darkseer takes him out on the back. Malloy gets yet another kill on the Chikiro. Now he's gone straight into the middle, although his illusion is going to be draining his mana, so he's got to blink away as soon as he can in case he gets caught out. Oh god, why? Gets taken out by the anti-mage illusion, and that's how strong Darkseer is against anti-mage. The illusions do so much damage because they have that mana burn, which is full, so they do 64 damage per hit, plus burn that amount of mana, and Rubik just got destroyed by one of the illusions, anti-mage illusions. Nice play by Darkseer to pick up the triple kill on that fight. He needed it, but you got to feel that was kind of an equal fight, but anti-mage really did get quite a lot of farm in that fight, so maybe it wasn't quite worth it on the side of Pussy Patrol, who really need to kill this anti-mage very, very fast. He almost has his ultimate orb now, and then he will be going to finish his Yasha. And look at top, they're going to catch out Luna. They kill Luna as well. Clinks gets the kill. Anti-mage retakes his place at the top of the farm net worth standings, and they're doing what they need to do. They're ganking the carries, but there's just no ganking of this anti-mage coming out from Pussy Patrol. They just cannot deal with him, and we all know how good anti-mage is as a carry when he gets farmed, and he's so survivable at the beginning of the game. That's why he picked up that Vanguard. Vanguard straight into Manta style is one of the preferred routes for anti-mages at the moment. He now has a haste rune, so this could be pretty bad news if he decides to actually go around the back. It doesn't look like he is actually. He's going to... Yes, he is going all the way around the back, so he's going to be blinking from the back, maybe to try and to start a team fight. Magnus has reverse polarity and a blink dagger, so it's probably not worth it. Malloy realises that now and just backs off, maybe goes back to farm. What does Rubik steal? Let's have a quick look. He just stole the iron shell, so that's not really important. Darkseer hanging around the back, but this Magnus, now that he has a blink dagger, he could be very, very important in the team fights. They could happen in an instant, and if he catches 2 or 3 in the reverse polarity, it's pretty much game over for them. The Magnus isn't having as big an effect as we thought he would, especially seeing how powerful he is right now in this version. But he still has the ability, the power to really just turn a team fight and to initiate extremely well. And on his own, he can easily win the game. So we're going to have to wait and see whether he decides to dive in anytime soon and just pop that ultimate, see how many he can catch. Maybe he's going to do it now. No, they're just content on harassing about this tower. You see, I need money hanging around the back. Is he going to pop the Orchid? If he's going to pop it on anyone, he has to pop it on this Magnus, you feel. Or the Magnus is going to easily win a team fight just with that reverse polarity. Maybe they're just content on letting this tower fall. Eclipse is actually stolen by Rubik, so that could do a hell of a lot of team fight if they need it to. they have their team fight back up. I mean, they have their epicenter, so epicenter plus Eclipse. If they can get a good stun, a good telekinesis, they can really finish them off pretty quickly. Here goes Luna though. She doesn't have Eclipse up. She's already used it. Bit odd that she hadn't actually used Lucent Beam before she used her last Eclipse. A little bit weird, but it happens. Clink's hanging around the back still. Is he going to try and stun this Magnus? He really has to use it. No, the reverse polarity gets popped. It catches 2. There's the Darkseer. He skewers him through the wall and gets another kill. Luna versus Clinks on the back. Clinks is going to get the kill. They kill each other, actually, so nice play. In comes Malloy. Is Malloy going to be able to do anything? It doesn't look like he is. He's trying to blink around. He's trying to search for someone to kill. He's trying to kill Magnus. He gets the kill on Magnus. Is he going to be going for Ninja? No, he's not. He's just gonna be backing off. Now he goes for Ninja. Can he get him? Ice Path hits. And the Mako Pyre, but it's not going to be enough. It looks like Ninja's almost certainly going to die. Oh, nice surge by the Darkseer. One blink will do it, though. There's the blink. One right click. He can't catch him. He's duking so well. Malloy just has to back off, and the Chikiro actually survives. Really nice play by the Chikiro to actually just not die to that anti-mage then. Really nice duking by him. The team fight did go the way of Oh God Why. No, Pussy Patrol, though. The Magnus, his big ulti, caught 2, and then he skewered another one through the Darkseer wall and actually managed to pick up quite a few kills. He's now building braces just for survivability, but yeah, really nice play by Oh God Why, and nice play by Pussy Patrol as well. The anti-mage came in a little bit late at the end, but when he did come in, he was doing a lot of damage, and he still hasn't died, and he's got his Manta style now, so he finally has his Manta style, and that's going to be pretty big, you have to feel, especially against these supports. I mean, if he had a gem or dust, he could just dive this Luna now. He's going to go for it anyway, but there's no chance he's going to be able to get her. She's just going to blink away. She's just going to go invisible and walk away. Are they going to go for Malloy, though? They're completely surrounded him. They have the skewer. He can just blink away. They're not going to get him, surely. The Q from Luna. He pops the Manta style and just walks off, blinks away again, and that's the problem with anti-mage. They just can't kill him. And now, Oh God Why looking to turn it around. They have Clinks here. He has his Orchid up. So if he pops it, they could get a kill. There goes Luna with the Eclipse. They can actually see Clinks. I'm not sure how. Maybe they have a gem. No, they have sentries. So that's how they could see the Clinks. They decided to try and go back. Oh, nice reverse polarity, but Magnus catches 3 again, and there's the Darksteel Wall, and they actually get a double kill. Malloy just manages to get away, but really, really nice play by that Magnus again. And you can see the power of Magnus now. As soon as he gets that Blink Dagger, it's almost impossible to know where he's coming from, and his reverse polarities are always catching 2 or 3. And the Darksteel Wall is always put right on top, doing so much damage, making the illusions of Anti-Mage to absolutely wreck this team. And Pussy Patrol are really playing very, very well. It's like, oh god, why are relying on this Anti-Mage, but he just can't do anything. Clinks around the back, has his Orchid up, but Magnus has already used his reverse polarity, and Luna's already used the Eclipse, so it's probably not going to mean much. He's probably going to go around the back. They're all going to go around the back. Sand King pops the ultimate. It actually just hangs around. Are they going to be able to kill any of them? They kill the Darkseer. Can they kill the Chikira? One right click will do it from Malloy. They do manage to get him. They get the Luna as well. Are they going to go on to Magnus? Magnus, he doesn't have Skewer up, and you have to feel he's not going to have Skewer up by the time he can actually do it, because of this Anti-Mage just auto-attacking him. Is going to take away his mana. He's not going to have it up. There's the Orchid. Can they get him? A blink from Anti-Mage. 2 right clicks. 1 more right click from Anti-Mage will do it. There it is. They get another kill, so... Nice play by Oh God Why. Completely turn it around and do a 5-for-1. They lost to Sand King, but Sand King's ultimate really did put them in a good position to win that team fight, and Pussy Patrol really overstayed their welcome there, and they got punished for it quite severely, and this Anti-Mage is really getting quite a lot of fun. He now sitting on 10k net worth. What he picks up next is entirely up to him, but it's almost certainly going to be a Heart of Tarrasque, just for the survivability. That's what you normally see Anti-Mages go for, just so that they can survive the team fights. They don't have to leave if they get a Heart of Tarrasque. And if they do leave, they only leave for a few seconds, and they're straight back in with so much more, with pretty much full HP again. Malloy walking around the back, he looked like he might have been going for the keeper, but they're not going to go for it. They're just content on taking this tower and backing off. They do get the tower. Clinks gets the last hit, which actually brings him up to 9.1k of net worth. What's he going to buy? He's sitting on 2.1k. He's probably going to be going for crits next, so he's probably saving up for that. That Demon Edge, so that he can maybe go straight for a Daedalus, or maybe even for a Monkey King bar if he feels like he needs that Monkey King bar. Clink's hanging around. They know he's there. They probably saw him off of the tower. Magnus is hanging around as well. He has his ulti. He has reverse polarity up. He can go for it if he needs to. And double damage is going to be picked up by Anti-Mage. So Malloy has the double damage. This could be pretty important. Queen of Pain's actually disconnected, so I expect they're going to be pausing it now. It doesn't hurt. They probably don't. I don't even think they've noticed. They haven't noticed that the Queen of Pain has disconnected. I don't have privileges to pause. So if they want to pause, they have to do it. They have to do it now. Neither team has paused. Ninja just asked, "Are you going to pause?" I expect they probably are. I don't think they realise that Queen of Pain is disconnected. I don't think they've actually realised that Queen of Pain has gone. As soon as they do, they will be pausing it. Yeah, they have paused it. That was very weird that they didn't realise that Queen of Pain had completely gone. But Magnus has that Blink Dagger up. He has reverse polarity, and the Eclipse is still stolen by Rubik. So he's hanging around the back. If they spot him, he's gonna die. He's just gonna instantly die to the Blink Dagger and Skewer coming out from this Magnus, and he's got to be very, very careful. He's in a very, very, very bad position. Probably one of the worst positions you could be in right now. Let's go Tomato Fight, just trying to farm up, but only level 14. If this Clinks knows that she's there, turns around, goes in there, spots the Luna. Luna's just instantly dead. Pops the Orchid, pops the Dust, and just harasses her down, and a few hits will do it. The pings actually come out, and Rubik just get back. While Malloy just keeps farming. It's now level 17. Has that Manta style, has a Vanguard, now has a Perseverance, so it actually looks like maybe he's going for maybe even a Battle Fury at this stage. He could go for a Battle Fury. It's been done before. I've seen it being done before. If he picks up a Battle Fury, it would give him a lot more effect in a team fight, especially if they can stun 1 or 2 of them. So if they crowd around the Magnus's ulti, then Malloy's going to be doing a lot of damage, and so are his illusions. But if he decides maybe to get a Lincoln's, that's the safer option. It stops the It stops the Luna stunning him, and it stops the Magnus, which is probably the most important thing, being able to just crack that skewer onto him. If he targets him with the skewer, it's just gonna bounce it straight off. So maybe he's gonna be going for Lincoln. So we'll have to see which way he decides to go. We're just waiting for the Queen of Pain still not here. Rubik has a headdress and buckler, so he's going for his mechanism. That's going to be very important. They need a mechanism against this Magnus as soon as they can, because if he can jump in and reverse polarity, at least the mechanism gives him a little bit of survivability while once the reverse polarity has actually been finished. So they need to get that up as fast as they possibly can. The pipe is finished on the Dark Seer, so that's going to give their team a lot of reach, especially against this Sand King Ultimate, which is pretty much the only reason they bought it. And I can imagine he is coming back. I think that may just be a little bit hopeful from from Revolution, asking if he's coming back. It'd be a little bit weird if one of the teammates just left in the middle of a game and rage quit and didn't come back, especially in the middle of an actual game. That'd be very, very odd. So he's asking what sort of tournament. I'm not entirely sure what he means by that. I think he might mean what elimination status is it. I'll have to clarify. Yeah, I think a few of the players are just sorting out their lag spikes, or maybe they have little issues, or maybe they just have little bugs that's just annoying them. So it is a double elimination. Sorry about this. He's just asking a few questions about the tournament right now. Right, if we can get sponsors. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this actually scales into late game. So if we look at the hero levels, you can see that that Malloy is really miles ahead with Clinks. They're level 17 and 18 respectively. You compare that to the Lunos, who's level 14, and it's really not looking that good carry wise for Pussy Patrol. Although the Dark Seer is doing quite well. I'm just going to post the. Oh, I said that to only spectators. That's not gonna give them any clue whatsoever what's going on there. So yeah, that is the Twitch TV channel. If you want to come and check it out, it is twitch.tv/delo_esports. That is what we are called, and this is taking a very long time. I'm not sure where Luna actually went. Maybe Luna's just decided that she needs a little bit of a break, that she's just going to restart her computer. Maybe it's lagging a little bit. She's just going to restart and maybe try and fix that. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see what her excuse is when she gets back. But yeah, Malloy's farm is looking very, very good. He's sitting at 11.2k net worth. He has his Manta Style, Perseverance, and the Vanguard. As we were saying, he is okay. They're logging on Steam now. They're almost certainly going to be going for a Battle Fury at this stage, just so that if they get a good initiation, they just straight up win a team fight with the amount of damage and the amount of splash damage that animation can do. Plus, it lets him farm at a pretty ridiculous rate. So we're still waiting for the Queen of Pain. Not entirely sure what's gone on with the Queen of Pain. It must have just been a massive internet drop or something. Not entirely sure, but we will wait. We're kind. Both these teams want a fair fight. They don't want to just continue with when the Queen of Pain is coming back and just like get a cheeky team fight and win it. But Luna's farm isn't looking particularly good. I mean, she's sitting at how much net worth right now? She's disconnected, so it only says 1.7k, but that's not what she's actually worth. She's worth about, I'd say, about 9-10k right now, probably about 9. So she's got the Yasha and the Shadow Blade, and she has a Helm of the Dominator, but I don't think she's using the Helm of the Dominator right now. She doesn't have any any units with her, so she's not going to be stacking the Ancients. Excuse me. I got up very early this morning to play Dota and to sort out Delota stuff, and I'm very, very tired, even though it's only 7 hours after I woke up. It is still very, very tired. Malloy asking if we like his gameplay. I'm not entirely sure what he means by that. He probably just means the fact that they can't kill him, and he just blinks away whenever they get near him, and he's farming very, very well. Yeah, he's farming very, very well. Clink's also very, very farmed, sitting at 2.2k again, probably going for his crits now. Now that he has his Orchid. But what Luna goes for is really up to her. It's going to be weird. I expected to see a BKB. I really expected to see a BKB come out of her a lot earlier than it did. But she went for the Shadow Blade instead. Sometimes that has actually fallen slightly flat because they have just dusted her and killed her. Because it gives her that movement speed, but movement speed doesn't really mean anything if you're stunned continually by Sanking and Rubik. So it's interesting choice. I would have preferred to see her get a BKB maybe. It just stops all the stuns that this team has coming in, and apparently Luna is having problems actually coming back. So that's very, very odd. Eventually it will work. They will both hopefully get back eventually, and we will continue the game. But we do have a few more games for you hopefully tonight. If all the teams turn up on time, we will have 1 or 2 more games, and then tomorrow and Thursday we will have 3 or 4 more games on each of those days too. So we have lots of Dota coming up. We've had a few days break just so the teams can get ready for the actual elimination tournament to begin. And now that we're actually back underway, it's going quite smoothly. So hopefully all the teams will be okay, and both teams are just confirming that they're going to be here soon. Still no sign of the QoP. Still nothing being said about the QoP, but that hopefully will sort itself out. One thing I haven't talked about actually is what QoP's going for. Almost certainly going to be a Scepter now though. Has the point booster, sitting on 2k gold. Probably just going to be buying up the one extra part of that now and just saving for buyback just in case she dies. But she can afford to get another part. Almost certainly going to be an Ogre Club just for the survivability, and she will have a Scepter probably pretty soon, probably within 10 minutes if it continues as it is. But she hasn't really had that much success. It's really been on this team, it's really been the Anti-Mage and the Clinks that have done it. The Anti-Mage and the Clinks have been doing so much work. The Clink's just roaming around and ganking. He's died a few times because of dusts, but they just cannot kill this Anti-Mage. Sitting on 803. There's almost no way they can get him. They don't have enough stuns. They have a Keeper of the Light, but but this Anti-Mage is so good against Keeper of the Light. If Keeper of the Light tries anything, he just blinks away. Manleak, he just blinks away. There's no way that the Keeper of the Light can actually get him on his own. And the only other thing they can really rely on is the reverse polarity blink coming out from Magnus, and they have to kill him within that 3 seconds, or he's just going to go. If they do manage to catch him in that reverse polarity blink, they're probably almost certainly going to kill him. But again, it's a lot of magical damage, and we know how good Anti-Mage is against magical damage. I mean, he has a plus 50% magic resistance, so he has 62% magic resistance, and that's not with Rubik being around, and Rubik gives him another 20%, so he's sitting on about 80% magic resistance, which is pretty impressive. I mean, there's no way the Keeper of the Light's going to be able to touch him, no way Darkseer is going to be able to touch him. This Magnus ulti does do a little bit, though it's apparently just crashed, but yeah, we also see that Macropire does almost nothing to him. So a lot of this team really countered by the Anti-Mage plus Rubik dual sort of combo that just gives him almost 100% magic resistance. There's just no way that they can deal with him. And if he got a hood or something, he would have pretty much full magic resistance, which is pretty insane. But he would be completely immune to magic. It'd be like a BKB, but better. And we can see why Anti-Mage is so good right now. He's really farming exceptionally well. Still waiting for Luna. I think she came back, but I think her Dota bugged and it crashed as she was coming back. So this game has been a lot longer than the 31 minutes that it's actually been, just because of the pause at the start and the pause now with the Queen of Pain disconnected, and the Luna quickly followed suit. But they will be coming back very shortly. I promise you that, and we will be seeing a game today. I also promise you that. So hopefully just a few more minutes. Fingers crossed. It's always worth what does he put that for? That's very weird. Oh well. I've only just noticed that Magnus and Keep the Light both come from IN Gaming. I have no idea what IN Gaming is, but maybe that's just another name for Pussy Patrol. Maybe they've decided that they're going to call themselves IN Gaming and PPA. So maybe that's what they're doing. They do have 2 stand-ins though, and we can see. Oh no, yeah, they have 2 stand-ins. We can see the Jakiro and the Darkseer are both stand-ins for them. So this isn't their full squad. I don't think Oh God Why have got their full squad either. I think they have 1 stand-in. So I'm not entirely sure who that is because they didn't actually let me know before the game, but it doesn't really matter. I think it may be Malloy. But either way, they both have stand-ins, so it's not both of their full squad. But this game has been so close. It's 18 all. The tower advantage definitely goes to Pussy Patrol, who have taken almost every single outer tower, and there's still 3 towers waiting for Oh God Why to take. But as soon as they take them, so much extra gold is going to be going to the anti-mage. And now that Luna is back, hopefully very soon. We are going to be going now. Oh, maybe not. The Jakiro is just gone. So we're going to be waiting a little bit longer for both of these teams to find it. Absolutely hilarious. As soon as one player arrives and everyone leaves, every single time. So Luna's net broke, then Dota broke. And now we're just waiting on Jakiro. Malloy maybe getting a little bit agitated. Maybe this is what Pussy Patrol are really thinking of doing. They're just going to get the team agitated, disconnect, keep disconnecting with someone different each time, and then when they get thoroughly annoyed, they're just going to push straight up mid, and they'll be so annoyed they'll misplay it, and they'll be able to take a win. I hope that's not what they're doing. That's almost certainly not what they're doing, because it's not going to work. But it'll be interesting to see. Jakiro is finally back, so we are going to be going in about 3 seconds, hopefully. Go, there's the go, and we are off. Finally, we are back. And Rubik just gets himself straight out of there. He's nicked the Eclipse, so he could have actually maybe killed that Jakiro. Jakiro got very lucky to actually get away from that one. Malloy hanging around. Here comes I Need Money round the back. They don't have any way of seeing him. If he can pop his Orchid, he can almost certainly kill one of them. Is he going to go for it? It doesn't look like he is. Luna just saying sorry once again. He does go for it now. Is he going to pop the Orchid? He doesn't. Malloy comes in the back. Reverse Polarity catches them both. Kills the Clinks instantaneously. Can they kill Malloy? Yes, they can. They finally get him. Nice play by Pussy Patrol. They take them both out. The Clinks buys back instantaneously. Anti-Mage doesn't have the money to buy back, so if they want to go for a Rax, they can go for it. It looks like they are. They're just waiting for the creeps, but really nice play by them. The initiation coming out from Oh God Why just wasn't quite there, and really nice play by this Magnus. Just waited until he could see them both, and the reverse polarity got the kill. Although here comes the epicenter, cancelled by the Darkseer. Nice play by Darkseer using the vacuum as it was about to pop. In goes Magnus. Can he get a kill? No. They're just looking for the Rax. Are they going to get a Rax? They almost certainly are. One has fallen. Another has fallen. They don't have a Fortify up, so they can't pop it. They've used their Fortify. The GG's actually getting called by the Queen of Pain. I don't know if she actually meant it. Maybe she did mean it. I'm not entirely sure. But one Rax has fallen. Maybe they think that's enough. Oh, okay, no. That was an accident, apparently. That was an accident. Apparently, they accidentally said GG. It must have been a misclick or something. He must have been wanting to type it to the team. Accidentally typed it to everyone, and they did correct themselves pretty soon. So we will let that go. Yeah, because it's almost certainly not GG. They still have an anti-mage who is still sitting on quite a lot of farm, and they still have a Clinks sitting on quite a lot of farm. It's just because they got taken out of that fight almost immediately by the Magnus reverse polarity, and the Luna Eclipse destroyed that anti-mage. Rubik was nowhere near him, so he didn't get the extra bonus magical magic resistance off of the Rubik, so he died very fast. And that's what they need to keep doing if they're going to win this. They need to keep taking out that anti-mage before the fight begins. Reverse polarity is back up on Magnus, so if they try anything, this reverse polarity is going to just put them straight back where they need to be. What's he actually going to buy? It looks like he's actually going maybe for a Battle Fury himself, which is a little bit weird. And we normally see them pick up refresher orbs at this stage, but this Magnus doesn't want to. This Magnus wants to farm, so he's going to be getting a Battle Fury in case he gets a very, very reverse polarity. And now Roshan, a Roshan attempt coming out from Pussy Patrol. This may be a little bit of a mistake if they react to it. They are going to react to it. I need money. Is going to probably go straight in there, hang around. Do they have dust? They do have dust, so they're going to be popping that dust just before Roshan falls. They can actually see him because of the sentry. Are they going to pop the reverse polarity to get him? I don't think they are. Magnus gets a really nice ice path by the Rubik. Manages to save them. Are they going to actually go for Roche this time? No, they're not. They're all going to come straight at the top. Ice path catches out the Queen of Pain. The Magnus is there. Does he have the reverse polarity? Is he even going to use it? It doesn't look like he has time. The epicenter gets popped. It manages to get a few. It's not going to be enough. The Clinks around the back does a lot of damage with the anti-mage. They're really destroying them. The only one to get away was the Luna. And the anti-mage does so much damage. Is the Clinks going to die? Maybe not. 15 HP. Wow. But Malloy now just going straight for Roche. Luna cannot do anything about it. If Malloy wants to take Roche, he can. No, he can't. He's getting permanently stunned by Roshan. That must have been annoying. But he is going for Battle Fury, as you can see. He has his broadsword now. He'll be walking into the mid just to try and take this farm. But that's the sort of fight that Oh God Why really needs to engage in every single time. Sanking now has the Blink Dagger, so he doesn't have to suicide himself to try and get that epicenter off. He can get it off from afar and then go straight in, because the epicenter damage is pretty insane. The only reason he couldn't get it off that one time was because a really nice vacuum by the Darkseer actually managed to cancel it. But now he has his Blink Dagger. It's looking more and more like he is almost certainly going to be getting off really nice epicenters, especially once the reverse polarity comes in and the team just surrounds around the few that have been caught in that reverse polarity. It could really work against them in some cases. Anti-Mage almost has his Battle Fury. He's almost there. Although, we do have to point out what just popped up on the screen. Darkseer now has a Scepter. So, Darkseer's Wall Illusions are going to be doing so much damage. 140% outgoing damage from the Wall Illusions. That's insane. So whatever damage Anti-Mage would normally do, the illusions are going to be doing 40% more than that back to them. So Darkseer really is extremely strong, especially later in the game. And that wall when he gets an Aghanims is just so amazing. Very surprised that PPA actually managed to pick up the Roshan. Nothing coming out from Oh God Why. They just didn't know. They just let him have it pretty much. And then now Luna has that Aegis. They're just maybe just going to be going straight for a second Rax. They can. They have the Magnus with the reverse polarity. He doesn't have his Battle Fury, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to be bothering him too much. They really just want this Luna to get in there with a good reverse polarity and try and do as much damage as possible before she comes back. She now has Eclipse off of cooldowns, so she's almost certainly going to be just diving straight in and popping that on as soon as she can. And this Keeper, as soon as he starts channeling, you have to say that they're pretty much they're going to go for it. Are they going to get themselves onto the high ground? There's the channel from the Keeper. They've gone straight up. Luna just going straight for the tower. Magnus hanging around the back. Can they actually do anything against a Luna with Aegis? I don't think they can. They just stood here doing absolutely nothing. Oh God Why have got nothing against them. There's the epicenter actually comes straight out as soon as the pipe finished, and Lex blinks straight in. Nice play, but there's the Magnus. The reverse polarity catches two. I don't actually know what happened to the Magnus. I think he's gone. But look at that Darkseer wall doing so much damage. The illusions really are destroying them. But a nice fight for Pussy Patrol so far. They've actually managed to get a few kills. Maybe they're going to be looking for the Rax. Now the Luna comes back up. They are going to be going for the Rax as soon as they can. This Luna just going for it pretty much solo. Anti-Mage is up, and Rubik stole Illuminate, so she just backs out. She doesn't want to be standing up there with an Illuminate being spammed at her. But nice fight for both teams. They both lost 2. It was a 2 for 2, which is absolutely fine. Luna actually lost the Aegis, so it was more of a 3 for 2, but I'm pretty sure Pussy Patrol will be taking that. They've managed to get this tier 3 tower at bottom down to about 300 HP. And Malloy really, again, was the saving grace in that fight. He does so much damage with his Manta style. He now has his Battle Fury, so he's just going to be going and farming as much as he can in this jungle. And he's going to be getting a lot of gold. Clink's going for a BKB, actually, so... Or maybe even a Desolator, but most certainly a BKB. He's got up his Mithril Hammer. He's probably going to be looking to buy the rest of it up pretty soon. Malloy is going to be picking up a Regeneration Rune, which isn't that important, really. It does absolutely nothing. But Malloy's just kind of stalking around the map. He really wants to try and get a kill or two. He might actually pick up ducks. Oh, but Malloy blinks straight out of there. He wanted absolutely nothing to do with it. Although they see Clinks here as well. Is he going to pop the Orchid? He pops the Orchid now. Are they going to be able to get him? The burn damage is surely going to get him from the Orchid. No, it leaves him on 100 HP. Malloy has to get away. The reverse polarity isn't up quite yet, so he just blinks off, and he is going to be absolutely fine. There's still no way they can see this Clinks. They still don't have a gem. They have sentries. It's obviously not as good as getting a gem. If they could get a gem and pop it on that Luna, she could really do a tremendous amount to them. The Illuminate spam coming out from the Rubik. They just pop a dust to see if the Clinks was hanging around, but he wasn't. And Malloy again just hanging around. Malloy has the dust this time, so if Malloy wants to jump the Luna, he can. He has his Manta style still up. So if he needs to pop the Manta style, he can. Reverse polarity is now up on the Magnus, so we could see a big fight starting sometime soon. I Need Money hanging around. Illusion. Do they know he's here? I don't think they are. The rest of the team looks like they might be coming around the back. No, these are just Anti-Mage illusions. They're going to know that very shortly. Although, look at the damage that the illusions do to Ninja. They do quite a lot, and they're draining his mana pretty extensively. It's basically just a stalemate in mid right now. Neither team can do anything. Anti-Mage has just gone to farm, I think. No, he's still hanging around. So both teams just content hanging around mid and waiting for the right opportunity to engage. And as soon as they engage, they really are going to have to rely on this Anti-Mage and Clinks to be in there fighting with them. Because if they catch out an Anti-Mage or a Clinks, they manage to get their reverse polarity off on one of them, they're going to die very fast, as we've seen before. And they really do rely on both of these in fights now, because they do pretty much all of their damage. Oh God, Y actually steals Chakra Magic, so that's a very nice steal by Oh God, Y. Epicenter is back up on wasting our time, so Sand King does have the Epicenter if he wants to channel it and blink in if a team fight does start. But again, it's just both teams. Neither team is really doing anything. They're both just hanging around mid, pretty much all of them, but while this is happening, the Anti-Mage is just getting as much farm as he wants. Pretty much all the farm in the world. He's only seeing a 600 gold. But if we look at net worth, look at this Luna, absolutely miles ahead now. Now that she has her BKB, she's really shot ahead of Malloy on the Anti-Mage, who's just fallen off slightly. He hasn't really done anything in the last few minutes, and that's why he's really started to drop off. He should have probably just been farming the entire time, like he's actually doing now. He's finally realised, there's nothing going to happen in mid. I'm just going to go off and farm while my team just makes sure that it doesn't fall. And I could be back in a moment's notice with my blinks. So he's just going to go around. He's content and just farming. He's blinked into the trees. Maybe he thought that a gank was coming, but there was absolutely no gank coming onto him. He'll realise that now, and he'll just blink straight back out. But the entirety of Pussy Patrol actually going top. Anti-Mage doesn't have a TP scroll, so if they really push this tower, they're actually gonna get the racks maybe before Anti-Mage can even respond to it, because Anti-Mage is content on taking this bottom tower. He does actually get it, and he picks up the last hit on it, so he'll have that extra gold. And now he's really pushing very hard. Anti-Mage is such a good pusher late game once he gets his Battle Fury, and that's probably why he's gone for it. And the rest of them are pushing mid, so they want to take out mid tower. They have, but look at the entire team of Pussy Patrol pretty much pushing it up top. They really want to get this racks. They have the Magnus with the reverse polarity, and there's no Anti-Mage here. Anti-Mage is at bottom, actually gets the kill on Jakiro. He's going for the tower. He actually might be able to get it. It's a bit of a race right now. Is Magnus going to be able to get the reverse polarity off? There's the Epicenter. Nice play. Luna pops the ultimate. Magnus actually drags him away from it. Doesn't pop the reverse polarity. He's actually just going to die before he can. And this Clinks is doing so much damage. Actually takes out 3 of Pussy Patrol. Down at the bottom, Anti-Mage still just taking out these racks. There's nothing they can do. They're just letting him do it. They have TP scrolls if they want to go back. Luna doesn't actually have a TP scroll, so there's no way she can go back. She just has to try and race him. Are they going to be able to race him? Lex actually could die. So could Clinks. They really have to back off. They're not on a lot of HP, and these glaives from Luna do a lot of damage. Anti-Mage actually took the racks, and now he's back. He's fighting Luna 1v1. He's not going to be able to get him. Nice stun by the Luna to be able to get away, and Duck's also just running away as fast as he can. Doesn't look like Anti-Mage is going to be able to get him either. If he uses his ulti, he will. He doesn't have the ulti up. No, he doesn't. So he doesn't actually manage to pick up the ult, to pick up the kill on the Darkseer. Darkseer gets away, and pretty much an equal trade. One rack's gone for each team. The melee back's still left for Oh God Why though, so that's given them a very slight edge. But they've already lost racks in the middle, so but this Anti-Mage's solo pushing ability, he really went down and took 2 towers very, very quickly, and Pussy Patrol have just got to be a little bit more careful for that in the future, because he's getting very, very farmed. He's now sat on 4k gold. He's still miles behind the Luna, but he's sitting on 20k gold right now. 20k, sorry, net worth, not 20k gold. Anti-Mage just buys a BKB. So Anti-Mage really, really does want to be protected in team fights and to do whatever he wants. He hates the stuns coming out from this team, and he also hates that Darkseer wall, being able to make copies of himself, so picking up that BKB is a really, really nice choice. And yeah, Meloy is really, really very farmed now, and it looks like they might actually be going for a push now that they know that Meloy is farmed enough to go for it. He has his BKB. If he pops it and just blinks in, he's going to do a hell of a lot of damage. And he pops the Manta, and he is going to be almost unbeatable. Even 5v1, he's going to be so difficult to kill. They have absolutely no way of disabling him, and he can just blink away whenever he wants. Roche is going to be up in about a minute and a half. I don't think they're checking it. They're actually going to go around the back. They're actually going to go for the gank through the trees. The reverse polarity is up. If they can get a good reverse polarity, they can maybe catch him out. Is Epicenter up? Yes. So they're going to be looking for that Epicenter to initiate. He's going to be standing on the high ground now. Is he going to start channeling it? No, it doesn't look like he is quite yet. He's just going to go straight in. Now he starts channeling it, and the Luna immediately cancels it. He actually manages to get it off, though. But the BKB on the Luna doing so much damage. Manages to get a double kill. Meloy versus Luna. Who's going to win? Meloy actually gets dropped by the Luna. The Luna doing so much damage in the Darkseer wall. Really doing incredibly well. Now, the Rubik looks like it might get dropped. Triple kill for the Luna. Clinks almost certainly going to be able to take her out. She's only got 8 seconds left on this Shadow Blade. No, Clinks has gone the wrong way. Clinks has no idea where she is, and it looks like Luna is going to be able to get away from this one. Now she has the Shadow Blade, she just walks out, and now Clinks knows where she went, but it's way too late. Luna just walks away from the fight after getting a triple kill. She has Satanic, she has Farm. She's going to go into the jungle probably and just regain all of her HP just by farming up. Now she has a double damage as well. Oh, she's actually left for double damage. Yeah, a few pings from Darkseer lets her know that she should almost certainly just go pick that up. She could quite easily take out these mega creeps. She just pops a Satanic. She'll be up to full HP in absolutely no time, but she doesn't decide to. She's just going to go farm some creep camps instead. Get her HP back up and wait for the next fight. But that was a very odd fight. It actually ended up just being the Clinks and the Luna alive at the end of it. And Luna really, really did do exceptionally well. She popped the BKB. The Epicenter did absolutely nothing. The stun completely missed her, and she completely dominated the fight. She did so much damage the entire time. And Oh God Why really just didn't have anything to stop her. The Anti-Mage was trying to go 1v1 against her, and even the Anti-Mage couldn't do anything. So she's really exceptionally farmed. That Satanic really did help her out an awful lot against Anti-Mage, who almost certainly has to be looking at maybe like something like a Skull Basher to keep her locked down. So she can't just continually gain health off of that Satanic, because that's going to be very, very annoying. We see Magnus has actually finished up his Battle Fury. He finished it up quite a while ago, but he's not managed to get any other gold after then, apart from a quarterstaff. So whether he uses the quarterstaff, I don't know. He could do. He could make it into a refresher, but it's a little bit late now. I don't think the game's going to go long enough for him to actually manage to get it. He's sitting on 0 gold. If he dies, he doesn't have buyback or anything. If we have a look at the buyback statuses, actually, very quickly, we see that the only 3 people that have buyback are Clinks, Darkseer, and Jakiro. So one bad fight for Oh God Why, and they're almost certainly going to lose a Rax. We see Clinks waiting in the trees. I don't think they're going to be able to really use him. Luna looks like she might be going for the high ground. No, she's not. The counter push that they can get out of this this Sand King is pretty huge, but the amount of push they can get just from Illuminate is absolutely massive, and the Luna will just be destroying those creeps, and as soon as their creep wave arrives, they'll be going straight up, and they will be almost certainly trying to get a Rax, because they really feel like they can now. They still don't have a gem, so they still can't see this Clink around the back. They've popped the sentry in a really nice position already, though, getting ready, just in preparation. In comes Malloy before anything else begins. Pops his BKB, immediately kills the Luna, actually as Keeper of the Light. Sorry, the Luna still running around on full HP around the back, almost certainly going to be killing a few of them. Looks for Lex now. She actually got a double kill again. She's doing exceptionally well for herself. There's no way they can take her out. Look at the Darkseer illusions, really doing an awful lot of damage to Oh God Why. And Luna on herself now takes the towers, looking for the Rax. Can she get them? It seems like she can. There's no fight coming out. Malloy blinks in, and then the Luna just immediately backs off. Now he has Ninja with him. Is he just going to go for it? Yes. They get a Rax. Are they going to go for the win? The buy